Welcome to the Create page, where you'll build your curated playlist of YouTube moments. To get here, you have two main options. Either click the Create menu item in the top navigation bar from any page, or if you're on the main landing or home page, look for the Create Playlist button and click it. Both will take you to the Create page. Before we dive into the interface, let's talk about access. First thing to know, you need to be signed in to create playlists. If you're not logged in, you'll see a simple sign-in prompt with a Google authentication screen. Once you're signed in, you're ready to start creating. At the very top left of the page, you'll find a blue circle back button with a left arrow. This takes you back to wherever you were before, whether that was the home feed, your profile, or another page. It's your quick escape route if you need it. Next to the back button, you'll see the page title. If you're creating a new playlist, it says Create Playlist. If you're editing an existing playlist, it says Edit Playlist. And here's a helpful feature. If you have unsaved changes, you'll see a small text indicator that says Unsaved Changes right next to the page title. This helps you keep track of whether you need to save your work. On the right side of the header, you'll find three important buttons. First is the privacy toggle. This button shows either a lock icon for private or a globe icon for public. Click it to switch between private and public visibility. Important note: this button is disabled if you haven't added any moments yet, because you can't make an empty playlist public. By default, all new playlists start as private, which means no one can see your playlist while you're working on it. You have complete control over when to make it public. Take your time to perfect it and only share it with the world when you're ready. And if you've already made a playlist public but change your mind, you can always switch it back to private. Just click the toggle again to make it private and remove it from public view. Next is the Save button with a checkmark icon. This saves your current progress without leaving the page. It only enables when you have actual changes to save. If everything is already saved, it stays disabled and shows no changes to save when you hover over it. Finally, there's the Preview button with an eye icon. This lets you see how your playlist will look to viewers. But here's the catch. You need to save your playlist first before you can preview it. If you have unsaved changes, the button stays disabled and tells you to save changes before preview. Moving down from the page header, you'll find the first main section where you'll enter your playlist details. The first field is for your playlist title. You'll see Playlist Title as the label, and right next to it is a small orange warning icon with the text Required. This is the only absolutely mandatory field. You can't save without it. Let me repeat one more time. You can't save without it. The title should be descriptive but concise. This is what people will see first when browsing playlists. Below the title is the description field. This is a text area, not a single line input, so you have room to write. This is optional but highly recommended. It helps viewers understand your vision and the story you're telling through your curated moments. The tag field is where things get interesting. As you type, if you enter at least 2 characters, a drop-down appears showing existing tags that match what you're typing. Each suggestion shows the tag name and how many playlists use it. Important tip: don't include the hashtag symbol. Just type the words. You can either select from the suggestions that appear or create your own tag by just typing what you want. Tags can be multiple words like Korean pop music or funny moments. They're not limited to single word. The choice is yours. Use an existing popular tag to join a category or create something unique for your content. The next section has a label at the top that says Add Videos. Inside, here's how to get a YouTube link to paste here. Go to YouTube and find the video you want to add. You have 2 easy options. First option, just copy the URL directly from your browser's address bar while watching the video. Second option, Click the Share button below the YouTube video, and you'll see a short link that you can copy. Either way works perfectly. Just paste it into this field. To the right of the input is an Add button. It's disabled when the field is empty and enables as soon as you type something. You can also press Enter key instead of clicking the button. If there's an error, like incorrect or wrong URL or a video that can't be found, you'll see an error message appear in a red-tinted box above the input field. Here's what happens when you add a YouTube video. As soon as you paste a link and click Add or press Enter, the video gets added to your Moments list and the Moment Edit modal automatically pops up. This is by design. The system wants you to immediately customize your moment by selecting the exact segment you want and adding your description. You can close this modal if you want to add it later, but it's best to edit it right away while the video is fresh in your mind. At the top, you'll see the title Edit Moment, followed by the moment's position number. The centerpiece of the modal is the YouTube video player. When you first open the modal, you'll see the video thumbnail with a large white play button overlay. However, don't click this YouTube play button. Instead, use the blue play button in the playback controls below. This blue button is specifically designed to play the video. Right below the video player, you'll see 3 columns of timing information. Start shows the current start time of your selection. Duration shows how long your selected segment is. End shows where your selection ends. These update in real time as you adjust the selection, with times shown to 1 decimal place for precision. This is the primary tool for selecting your moment. It's a horizontal slider with 2 white handles, one for the start time and one for the end time. The area between them is highlighted in red to show your selection. You can drag either handle to adjust the timing. The left handle controls where your moment starts, and the right handle controls where it ends. The slider represents the full video duration, so if you're working with a 3 minutes 19 seconds video, the slider represents 3 minutes 19 seconds. As you drag, you'll see the time displays update instantly, and if the video is playing, it will jump to show you exactly what you're selecting. Below the slider is a unique control grid designed for precise adjustments. Let me explain this layout. The grid has 3 columns and 2 rows, with the bak-je logo in the center spanning both rows. This creates a visually balanced interface with controls arranged around the logo. This design isn't just aesthetic, it actually mimics the slider above it. The left controls adjust the start point, like the left handle of the slider. The right controls adjust the end point, like the right handle. And the logo in the center represents your selected segment. It's an intentional design decision that gives you intuitive button controls that spatially correspond to what they affect on the timeline. The left column controls the start time. Top row has 2 buttons, decrease by 1 second and decrease by 0.1 seconds. Bottom row has 2 buttons, increase by 1 second and increase by 0.1 seconds. Each button shows an arrow indicating the direction and the amount of change. These let you make precise adjustments that might be difficult with the slider alone. The right column mirrors the left, but controls the end time. Top row, decrease end time by 0.1 seconds and by 1 second. Bottom row, increase end time by 0.1 seconds and by 1 second. The buttons intelligently disable when you've reached limits. For example, you can't move the start time past the end time or the end time before the start time. Below the fine-tuning grid are 3 playback control buttons. First is the play/pause button. It's blue to make it stand out as the main control. When the video is stopped, it shows a play icon and the word play. Click it, and the video starts playing your selected segment. The button then switches to show a pause icon and the word pause. Here's what's clever. The video automatically stops when it reaches your end time and loops back to your start time, so you can watch your selected moment over and over by click the blue play button again. Next is the restart button. This simply restarts playback from the beginning of your selected segment. It's perfect for when you want to watch your selection again from the start without waiting for it to loop. Finally, there's the reset button. This one's different. It expands your selection to include the entire video, from 0 seconds all the way to the end. Use this when you want to start over and select a completely different segment. Below the playback controls is arguably the most important field, the moment description. This text area is where you add context and commentary. It's your chance to explain why this moment matters, what viewers should watch for, or how it fits into your playlist's narrative. The field expands as you type, giving you room for longer descriptions. At the bottom of the modal, you'll find action buttons, and they're all the same size so they look balanced and organized. The first button is Save. It's blue to indicate it's the primary action. This button saves all your changes and closes the modal. Here's something smart about it. The button knows when you've made changes. If you haven't changed anything, it stays grayed out and disabled. Hover over it and you'll see a message that says, "No changes to save." But as soon as you adjust the timing or edit the description, it lights up and becomes clickable. One important note about typing in the moment description field. Sometimes the Save button won't light up immediately while you're typing. This happens when the text box still has focus. As soon as you click anywhere else in the modal window, or when the moment description text box loses focus, the Save button will activate if you've typed any content. This is normal behavior. The system registers your changes when the field loses focus. Next to that is the Cancel button. This one's straightforward. It closes the modal without saving any of your changes. If you've spent time making adjustments, but then click Cancel, those changes are lost and the moment goes back to how it was before. The original moment stays exactly as it was. Then there's the Delete button, which has red text to signal caution. When you click it, you're not immediately deleting anything. First, a confirmation dialog pops up asking, "Are you sure you want to delete?" followed by your moment description, and then it warns, "This action cannot be undone." You have to confirm before the moment is actually removed from your playlist. Once you've added videos and edited them, or closed the edit modal, each appears as a moment card in the list. You can always go back and edit any moment by clicking the Edit button on its card. This will open the same moment edit modal we explored. Let me walk you through what you'll see on each card. On the left side is the video thumbnail, a small preview image from YouTube. In the upper left corner of the thumbnail, you'll see the moment's position number with a hashtag, like 1 for the first moment, 2 for the second, and so on. This helps you keep track of the order. In the lower right corner of the thumbnail, you'll see the duration of your edited segment. The main center area of the card is dedicated to your moment description. If you've added a description, it appears here. If not, you'll see Untitled Moment as placeholder text. Descriptions are crucial. They tell viewers why this moment matters and why you selected this specific segment. Below the description area, you'll find 3 action buttons aligned horizontally. Edit button opens the moment editing modal. Duplicate button creates an exact copy of the moment. Delete button removes the moment after confirmation. On the far right side of the card, you'll see up and down arrow buttons stacked vertically. These appear when you have multiple moments and let you reorder them. If you don't like the current order of moments, you can use these up and down buttons to rearrange the moments in your playlist. Just click the up arrow to move a moment earlier in the sequence, or the down arrow to move it later. The up arrow is disabled on the first moment, and the down arrow is disabled on the last moment. Now that you've added all your moments and edited them with descriptions and timing, here's an important reminder. Nothing is permanently saved yet. All those moment descriptions you wrote and the precise timing edits you made are still just temporary changes. To make them permanent, you need to click the Save button in the header at the top right of the Create page. This is crucial. If you navigate away without saving, you'll lose all your work. Once you've clicked Save and your changes are stored, the Preview button will become active. Click it to see exactly how your playlist will look to viewers. This is your chance to experience your curation from the audience's perspective. If you're happy with your playlist and ready to share it with the world, you can now adjust the Privacy toggle button in the header. Click it to switch from the lock icon, private, to the globe icon, public. Remember, you started with a private playlist by default, so this is your conscious decision to release your creation to people. Take your time. You can always keep it private while you perfect it, or make it public when you're ready to share your curated story. That's your complete guide to the Create page and Moment Edit modal. Let's quickly recap what we've covered. We started by showing you how to navigate to the Create page and understanding the authentication requirements. We walked through the header with its back button, page title, and those 3 important action buttons: the Privacy toggle, Save, and Preview. Then we explored the playlist information section, where you add your title, description, and tags to give your playlist identity and make it discoverable. We showed you how to add YouTube videos by simply pasting URLs, and how each video becomes a moment card that you can edit, duplicate, delete, or reorder using those up and down arrows. The heart of the experience is the Moment Edit modal, where you use the dual range slider to select your segment, fine-tune it with precision controls down to 1/10 of a second, and add your commentary to explain why this moment matters. We covered the playback controls that let you preview your selection and those important action buttons, especially that Save button that activates when you make changes. We reminded you about the critical final step: saving your entire playlist with the Save button in the header, previewing how it looks to viewers, and making the decision to keep it private or share it publicly with the Privacy toggle. Every element is designed to give you precise control over your curation while keeping the process intuitive. Remember, you're not just collecting videos, you're crafting an experience, telling a story through carefully selected and contextualized moments. The tools are easy to use: the dual range slider for rough selection, the fine-tuning controls for precision, and the description field for adding your unique perspective. Whether you're creating educational content, entertainment compilations, or thematic collections, these tools help you share your vision with the world. Happy curating, and remember, save your work using the Save button.